What is up, my friends? You are very welcome along to tonight's Anfield Agenda late night roundup, where I'm going to be asking the question: has Mohamed Salah already signed his Liverpool deal? We'll work out what that may mean and a little bit more over the course of this video. We're going to be giving you some updates around a potential replacement if indeed Salah does leave. We're going to be giving you the latest on Saudi Arabia's pursuit of Darwin Nunes and a viable alternative for them if they can't get him. We're also going to be giving you a few other interesting bits and pieces, including Dominic maybe giving us a hint of a potential move for his compatriot. That and lots more over the next few minutes. So you do let us know your thoughts once you've watched the video in the comment section. Drop a like if you enjoy it, and of course we would love you to hit that subscribe button. I'm not going to hang around, folks, because I know your time's busy, so I'm going to get straight into it. Let's start off with the Dominic stuff. He was asked quite simply, who is his best friend in the Premier League? And he said, I would take the left back from Bournemouth, Milos Kerkez. Now, if you add that in to what we've spoken about here before, Kerkez intriguing posts on socials saying he does his talking on the pitch. Manchester United looking elsewhere now for a left back. They've been credited with interest in Patrick Dorgu. They even flew over to have negotiations. Then there's talk of ENQUIRIES as a backup for them. It kind of makes you wonder, is Liverpool already got this one wrapped up? Has Liverpool maybe got the man in their sights and a little nod from him that it could happen? I don't know this to be the case, but I certainly feel very optimistic on it for the summer. So let me know your thoughts on that one, or are we all just reading a little bit too much into those comments from Dominic and the whole race for the Kerkez signature? Now I'm going to move on to Team Talk, who say that Liverpool have decided who they would like to sign if indeed Mohamed Salah doesn't sign a new deal to stay at Liverpool. And it's a far-fetched one, but they say that Liverpool want to sign RODRYGO from Real Madrid this summer if Mohamed Salah does indeed depart the club. Now, for what it's worth, there's been a few little bits and pieces over the last few days that kind of point towards maybe Robbie Fowler's point being true. And I'm going to read out what Robbie Fowler said, just in case you missed it. This piece here said a key talking point with Robbie Fowler was the ongoing contract negotiations with Liverpool's big three. He was speaking, I think, on Ben Foster's podcast, and he said that whilst not giving any names here, he said he thinks that maybe two of the three players have already signed, and went on to say the club can't come out and say who the two that have signed are because it makes the other one look worse. I don't know if that's the case or not. I would respectfully disagree. I think it's time to put the pressure on the other one if they haven't made up their mind. But I'd be very, very happy if two, and I can only guess that the two he's on about are Virgil and Mohamed, but you know, I don't know that to be the case. If you add into that though, Curtis Jones last night when he was celebrating the goal with Mohamed Salah sitting beside him, it all just feels like there is a thought process that Mohamed Salah isn't going anywhere. He was playing with a smile on his face again last night, and again, whilst we don't have any concrete information on this, I kind of do get the feeling that Mo and Virgil are going nowhere. And I felt this way for a while, but when you see Robbie Fowler saying, you know, there's speculation that maybe two of the three have already signed, I don't know. I think there could be something to that. Certainly Mohamed Salah to me last night looked like a man with a smile on his face who was enjoying himself and obviously took the adulation of the fans when he scored his great goal. So yeah, let me know on this one. Do you think there's something to what Robbie Fowler is saying here, and maybe two of the three haven't? And would you agree with Robbie Fowler that it was the right thing to do to not talk about the third one if two of them have already signed? Or are you like me and think, well, we should be talking about it because let the pressure be on the other one. They need to decide what they want to do. We did ask the question in tonight's show as well, why so many of the players haven't signed these contracts. And we asked the question, do you think the club have lowballed Canade, Trent, Virgil, Mo and Diaz? Because all five of them have seemingly had contract offers that at the very least they haven't signed yet. So I want to know your thoughts on that one, because it certainly feels that way to me on the outside. And look, everybody wants the best deal for themselves here. The club want the best deal for them, and certainly it's a lot of money they're going to have to commit, but they've let the situation get here, and the players and their representatives are going to want the most money for them. And I can understand that as well. They need to look after their careers, their families and their future. But it can't drag on forever. Darwin Nunes, I said to you at the start of this video, The various clubs, not just Al Hilal, various clubs from Saudi Arabia are monitoring both his situation and Victor Boniface's situation over at Leverkusen. Florian Plettenberg said that they are considering, clubs in Saudi, making a play for Boniface's situation if they can't get a deal done for Darwin Nunes before the transfer deadline. So it'll be interesting to see what Liverpool's stance is here. Do you take money now if you feel like it's maybe more money than you were expecting for Darwin? Or do you think, nah, sod that, we'll discuss this in the summer and we can't be destabilising the team? Now, for what it's worth, I don't know the right answer. I think you can make an argument for either. But I do think that Darwin at the moment is in a good place. He looks like he's enjoying his football. Got the 2 goals against Brentford the other night. Didn't score in the Champions League, but I thought put in a good performance and played like he was happy to be out there. And Jota's injury concerns would really make me feel like, well, if we did, then we're 1.5 strikers down, because Diogo we can't play a whole season, unfortunately. But you do have the added incentive of Chiesa maybe starting to discover some form and get some opportunity. So I would love to know your thoughts on this one. If it was a number, let's say, that almost got Liverpool their money back for Darwin, would you take it now, or would you wait till the summer, even if there was the potential maybe for Liverpool not to be able to get as much money as they would? Of course, there has to be a willing player to sign this as well, and I have no idea what Darwin wants, but I suspect he wants to stay and fight for his place. One last little bit of news before we finish up is on Stefan BYC. Lots of people asking what's the situation with him and his future. Well, LFC Transfer Room reported tonight that BYC was an unused substitute for Salzburg in their 5-1 defeat to Real Madrid in the Champions League. His last start for the club was 7th of December. And that's not good for anybody here. That's not good for Stefan BYC and his development. That's not good for Salzburg if they don't feel like they can rely on him. And it's certainly no good for Liverpool Football Club, who sent the young man over there because they wanted to make sure that he could get minutes in his legs. And in a game against Real Madrid, it would have been a brilliant environment for it to go out there and play against a very, very accomplished team. So yeah, frustration on that one. And I wonder, will Liverpool look to act before the window shuts? The thought process seemed to be that rather than moving him over to Spain, which there was a potential loan there to, I think it was Real Betis, if my memory's right. But they decided against, so I wonder, will that change? Or are Liverpool maybe happy with the noises coming out of Salzburg about the chances that he may be getting? So that is pretty much it for me this evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'd love to know your thoughts on all of these things and lots more, including Arne Slot maybe eyeing Anis Hadj Musa, as I covered earlier on. Sport Witness put a piece out to say that Liverpool are closest to signing the 22-year-old and a deal could be finalised for about £10 million. Thoughts on him and everything else that we've discussed today will be very much appreciated. I will see you back tomorrow at 8:45 for the late night agenda, and of course there'll be a news video out tomorrow afternoon as well. Thank you very much for watching. Appreciate your support. We'll talk to you soon. Bye bye.